We need a, so I think we need to start.
no sale.
No.
because we are running out of time.
I'm just testing that the sound coming out on Zoom because can you speak?
Okay.
But for some reason it's not going on
Okay.
with this one.
I think that is
It's
fine.
enough. It's enough.
But I think I need the computer.
For the press. Because it's this one. Just take this.
Yeah, you can see there. Just the option.
But it's not the first slide yet. Desktop. There is still coming. Okay, so very welcome everyone to the conference, and thank you very much for my team to organize this. So it wouldn't be possible without Matthias, Ceci, Melika, and then all of the PhD team here. So we are very grateful that you came, and there are a lot of people are watching the conference online, and hope you will enjoy it here. So I prepared a small presentation about our work here, and then afterwards, Matthias and then Cecilia will give you some practical information. So we are here in the Lean School of Education, and I think many of you visited us, and we are very welcome to visit you. So we have about 40 PhD students around here, and then we have lots of visitors from all over the world. So we are working on many different kind of projects. I will give you some examples. And we are very happy to host you. And then we have lots of conferences. So I think this is like the 25th conference which we organized in the past 6 or 7 years. And we are very lucky here because we have amazing facilities. Actually, I didn't even know that this place exists. So this is the first time here, because then there are lots of very interesting rooms around here. I think you will see some of the places. And then also we have research groups, which we are collaborating with the Center of Physics Education, Computer Science Education. We have national projects like Flink. And then we are also working with GeoGebra. I think many of you know GeoGebra. So Markus Hohenwater is working here, and then he's leading the team, and he's also the head of the department. So we are very closely collaborating with GeoGebra. And and also what we have here is a new university. So this is Johannes Kepler University where you are, and then this year there will be a new university starting, which is an interdisciplinary transformations university. So it will be a project-based learning university, and then we are starting a new doctoral program on educational technology with them. So it will be even more impressive. They are starting to build a new place very close to here. And then also, some of you already visited the Ars Electronica Center. We have a very close collaboration with them. We are organizing projects and lots of work. And then we have this Ars Electronica Festival every year, which is like how society and technology are affecting each other. So there are about 100,000 people visiting Linz every September to this festival. So it's really interesting to come during the festival time. And then also there is a Tabak Fabrik, which will be a kind of accelerator for science and technology. There is a makerspace and startup incubators. So they are refurbishing it, and we have some of our equipment in the tabak fabric, our laser cutter. And then also we have an amazing place. And actually, if you have time, I wouldn't recommend you to skip, but every morning there is a theater. So then this is a science popularization. So then there are like mathematics and dancing and also some puppet shows and shadow puppeting. We have lots of inspirations from Indonesia. And so the director is now in the Venice Biennale because we are doing lots of performances. And but then there are the theater or the circus is just here. So on then there are performances. You can check the schedule. And then also we are working on lots of different projects. So we are currently working on 25 projects, about 20 Erasmus, 2 Horizon, and then lots of other different kind of projects. So we are working mostly on STEAM education, and then how we can connect STEAM from many different ideas. And we are very lucky and successful. We already had like 2.5 million euro grants in the past 5 years through the grants, and then we would be very happy to collaborate with all of you. So some of the projects which I want to mention is Transit. So it's a transformation of education technology. This is a big project, almost 2 million euro, with University College London and Amsterdam, University of Torino and Athens. So we are looking at how educational technology is developing in education. And then we are looking at AI, AR, VR. We have different kind of groups. And then we try to see that how this educational technology is currently transforming education and then which directions we are going. And actually, one of the main topic in this project is mathematics or technology and arts. And then we will have some apps to have mathematical or STEAM dancing. So we are trying to release the first version of this app. So we are looking at many different technologies. Another important project is EdTech Talents. So we are not only looking at how technology is integrated into education, but how educational startups and educational technology companies are developing. So we are working with more than 300 educational technology companies in Estonia, Hungary, Spain, Germany, Austria, and lots of different, Serbia. Actually, now we have a project meeting in Serbia. I'm supposed to be there. So, and then we are working with this kind of EdTech accelerators. And it's very interesting that how we can help from academia, from our research, to develop the technology which is then integrated into education, both like VR and then also hardware development. And we are very happy to have Prusha here, which are our really great partners. So we can involve lots of this kind of companies. And then what is interesting, that many people who are doing research on educational technology is trying to use this as a startup, as a business. So it's a very interesting project. And then we are trying to support these companies. And another interesting project is Automat, which is connecting different technologies. So in this case, GeoGebra and Stack. And then we are developing new platforms with GeoGebra to have testing, and then also supporting teachers in schools and universities to be able to have an automatic testing environments. And then we are planning to continue in this project. So it's a very interesting project with Edinburgh University in Cantabria in Spain, and then also Heidelberg. And so on. This is a very interesting project. I think Matthias can tell you more. So if you are interested in assessment. And we just got a new project last week with Qatar, Australia, and Indonesia. So we have lots of very amazing colleagues from Indonesia, and then we are working on health-related practices. We work a lot on students' well-being and teachers' well-being, and then try to see that all this technology and then arts could be connected to this work. So as I mentioned, we have more than 40 PhD students. We even have one PhD student from Austria, Eva, but we would be very happy to have more PhD students from Austria. But we have lots of students from all over the world, lots of them from Indonesia, Latin America is our main markets, from Uruguay, Argentina, Chile, and some from Europe, lots of very smart people from Turkey. And then, of course, from Czech Republic, Slovakia, and then from different places. So we already had more than 15 PhD students graduated, and we are very welcome smart people here, even just for visiting and coming here. And as I mentioned, that we are working a lot with Asia, but now we have a very interesting project in Latin America. So every year, and so then there is lots of educational technology development in, for example, Uruguay, because every student in Uruguay is receiving the laptop when they are studying, and every teacher too, for more than 15 years or almost 17 years. So in Uruguay, they are probably 15, 16 years ahead of all European countries, because every student has a laptop. They have really amazing technology development. Everything is online. But what we try to do is that developing this kind of research. So with Matthias and Ceci, and then with Vivi, and with our South American students, we are organizing this research workshop in Argentina, Uruguay, and Chile, and then it's becoming a very fruitful activity. So I think this is very good. So we just had a summer school. We can tell you more, but next year maybe we can see you in Argentina and Uruguay and things. And then also we have very strong scientific background. Students are really amazing, and then essentially our PhD is based on publications. So students are publishing in lots of very important journals. So in the past 5 years, we had more than 250 papers in quite high quality journals. So we are publishing a lot on more than 100 papers in Scopus journals. So we are very happy to collaborate in this part too. And recently we started with the Ministry of Education in Austria to develop a STEAM education lab network. I think you will be visiting the lab. Matthias, Melika, Ceci, and many of us are working on the development of this lab. So we are trying many different kinds of technologies, and I think you will see all of the development. So we are giving workshops for students and teachers. Unfortunately, now the university don't have lots of new office space. We get an office, but and it is developing very well. And also we try to create this maker space, and then we are trying to work with many different kinds of technologies. And the idea is not only to have a space here for STEAM education here, but we are developing 10 other maker spaces across Austria, in schools and in teacher training colleges. So we are doing research in different places. And now we are starting with 3D printing, and then we are getting lots of printers into schools. But one of the main idea for this research lab is not only to work with the students, but also do research. So Matthias, based on and Diego, based on our discussion with the PISA Center in Finland, we are developing a research lab. So in that case, we have microphones and the cameras going to be installed soon. And then we will be able to collect lots of data on the research. So what kind of work we are doing? We are doing lots of development. So we are developing games. We are doing augmented reality, virtual reality, and of course 3D printing. And then also we have laser cutters, 3D scanners, and all of these kind of these are developed by our PhD students. And as I mentioned, we are working with labs not only in Austria, but across the world. So this is the PISA Center in Finland. We have about 10 projects together with them. And then we try to have an even more advanced lab. So now we are developing labs in different countries too, because based on our experiences. And then we are working a lot with Tallinn University, with the EduSpace in Israel, which is a bit more complicated now, but we had a visiting professor came last week, just on time. And they have really amazing AR labs, and in Norway and Porto, and then in different kind of places. And we are very happy to have Yishi and your colleague Daniel here, because we have been working with many 3D printing companies in the past, and we had mixed experiences. But with Prusa, we have very good experience on developing a connection, and then also we are doing research on 3D printing. I think you will learn a lot more about Prusa. And then what we really appreciate that we are developing research, and then our research is listened with Prusa, and then we might be able to advance modifications for 3D printing for schools, that how we can develop in this kind of work. And then also we can develop this workshop. And also we were fortunate to visit the factory. So Prusa is printing their own printers. So in the past we had to, so we try to also teach students that how printers are working. So we had a wooden printer to assemble, but now we can assemble Prusa printers, and then we can print the parts of the printers. Even we have some kids here who are building our printers. So we are trying to have this kind of technology environment to develop this kind of work. And I think you will experience lots of things. I think some interesting details are coming from Ceci and Matthias soon. So then this is just a quick introduction of what we are doing. And then if you are interested, then just please talk with the students and colleagues and with me. And we are very happy to host you here. And some more practical information.
Because people online are not going to hear you if you are.
Okay, thank you. I'm from Indonesia, and one of our Indonesian teachers is attending this conference, and we are glad that we received support from collaboration between JKU and Indonesia with our the PhD student like me and other Indonesian students. So our head of educational district will present a token of souvenir to our professor, Lavicza. Please, Miss Dian, come forward. So we are lucky that the collaborations JKU and researchers to Indonesia has produced some good collaborations. So Zolk mentions about the puppet show, and this souvenir also a puppet that is made of metals. Maybe we can make it with 3D printers later.
Well, that's
Yes,
the plan for the
yes. We will relate our research with culture later.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
We are
so
very
much.
happy to have here, and lots
Maybe
of Indonesian.
the camera so people online can see it. Okay.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
Miss
Very
Dian and Professor Zolks. I give back to you. Mark.
Thank you.
So thank you so much.
No, but
So in the last conference, we we published a book, but now we would like to have a journal special issue. So we are in discussion with two quite good journals, both Scopus Index. So you will receive information as soon as we can agree on the conditions with maybe one or maybe the two journals. So and then, of course, the deadline for submission will be in some months, but we are working on this. Another practical issue is that we plan to have a conference dinner in a really cool place. So if you would like to come tomorrow evening, please sign up because we need to notify the restaurant. So then this is a very interesting restaurant. You will see it, but we need your sign up for Thursday evening. And then, of course, so we can pay separately and then we can work out the details. But we need to report it for them today if you want to come. And then I think I will give it to Matthias and Ceci. You would like to
Okay. Hello.
know where you are from and then just to get to know each other.
Yes,
Ceci,
please
thank you so much.
thank you. Scan the QR. You're getting a website where you can find a plus sign to put your location, your original location. Not here, your original location. So we want to know from where you are coming to visit us. So you have some minutes to do that. You will do also.
And some people are still on the way because I'm receiving messages. Matthias.
Oh, maybe we can push them up. Because, wait, we share with the scanning. All of you have the link? No. Some people is scanning. It's not working for you? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, it's working. Yeah, sometimes the connection is not the best.
After we've got them out,
You need to
add.
the plus sign and write your location. Do you need the QR again? Okay, we can put again. El enlace para el... No.
para la presentación de hoy, la verdad,
Now, if someone else needs the QR, it's again there. We want to show them up. This is their issues. Yes, of course. Oh, shot needed.
Yeah.
Okay, now? I'll write your location. So we have people from everywhere. Okay. Can you show? Yeah, it's perfect. So you can see that we have a really international audience. Right. So this happens all the time here, that we are meeting people from really far places. That is good to know. And also then, if you want, you can add some pictures from your place or some description or something like this. But I don't know why we have we have the green one, because it's
The last one.
the last one, or because we have 4, and in the other we have only 2 or less. Yes, we have more than 4, I'm sure. Ah, you changed the color. Great. Just to show. Okay, so Matthias, Vivi, and I, we are from here, the really far place.
Yeah, probably we are
Pardon?
the ones that are more.
I think so. Okay, thank you.
Very nice.
Okay. I'm from Austria.
Yeah.
That's usually the difficult part. That people here.
Oh.
Yes, we have.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
Okay, great.
Okay. Yes. First of all of you sign the attendance list. Okay, when you sign it, you are getting this package with some rules inside, that if you want to collect tickets, you need to follow these rules. You have the 3 days to do that, because we are collecting the tickets the last day of the conference. And the tickets are really important because you are increasing your chance to get a 3D printer from Prusa that they donate for us, for one of us. So please follow the rules or the steps, as you want to call them. Take care, because during the days, during the conference, maybe some new rules can appear. Maybe you can do something more to get more tickets. But
Maybe you can just quickly say the rule.
yes, of course. Of course, if you sign the attendance list, you get 2 white tickets. Then in each block that you assist, you are getting 1 white ticket also, that someone from the team will give you. We are the golden people, so you need to ask for that. Then if you are giving a talk, also you are getting 2 tickets. And then we have some special and colorful tickets. We have yellow, orange, and violet tickets. One of them, I don't remember properly the colors for each one, but one of them is for take a picture, a selfie, in the JKU sign in the front of at the beginning of the campus, post in your social media and tag us. When you did it, came here and show someone of us, and you're getting the colorful ticket. Then you can take a selfie with the Prusa stand, tag us and Prusa account. You have all the accounts in the door, in a sign. there, and you are getting another colorful ticket. And then we sent you some days ago, all of you, by email, a banner, a social media banner. You can use for Facebook or for Instagram or Twitter as you want. So if you use it, please show up and you are getting another colorful ticket.
Okay.
Great. At the end of the conference on Friday, we are collecting the tickets. So you can take a lot of white tickets like this.
I had the ticket.
Okay. But maybe you have enough 3 printers.
Never enough.
So at the end, you can get a lot of white tickets, but you can get only one for each color. You can get only one violet ticket, only one yellow ticket, and one
Yes. For
orange.
example, Wahid has TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. He's not getting one for each. It's only one.
Okay, so it's the way to control that everything is okay, and we are collecting. And you need to write your name in the ticket, of course. If not, it's a
Yes,
pity, but
because at the end, we will put all the tickets together and we will call some innocent hands from somewhere
Yes.
just to pick one.
take one.
Yeah? So if
Okay.
you know basic mathematics, you know if you collect more, you have more chances. That's good.
But please keep this. Don't forget it or don't miss it, lose it, because it's important for your tickets. And good luck for all of you.
Okay, so if you have any questions,
We have another
another?
announce. If you need something to be stamped or signed, please give us today, because we need to stamp today or tomorrow, because on Friday, tomorrow morning, because on Friday and Thursday afternoon, the secretary is not here, so we don't have the stamp.
Like
So if you need some documents with a stamp and sign, you can scan the code, the QR code there just to get your certificate. But if you need something else,
Extra.
because sometimes for the Erasmus or CIPUS document, you need something, please give us and we can find the sign and the stamp for you. Okay, but please do today. Even if you need to print some documents, you
Yes.
can ask us.
If you don't have a name tag, I will print it for you later. I think probably Angelica was writing your names there in case you didn't register before or something. So you will have one. Ceci already told you, but the people with the golden name tags are people that are helping in the organization. So if you need anything, just ask some of us and we will try to help. And there's another color, is orange. It's the Prusa orange. She has I never pronounce that name right. But yeah, and I think that's all the practical stuff.
Okay, now we have some time to sign because we are starting 11:30 with.
Our next talk is
Next talk.
11:30.
So we are splitting the list to sign if you want to join us to the dinner tomorrow, and if you need something else, you
Yeah,
can.
you just please, we really need to be starting 11:30, so don't go too far. But if you want to walk around, talk, visit, check the Prusa printers there or something, we had 25 minutes. So thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, and just,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you check our schedule, we didn't put a proper time for the coffee breaks because we want to gain time and take more time to share. But in some moments during the afternoon today and during the day tomorrow and on Friday, we are offering some coffee and some snacks. But feel free to go take something and came back to your place.
We have the kitchen there, so if you need anything, just go pick up.
Yeah, today is
Now,
no.
you didn't prepare anything?
But we are starting today in the afternoon with that.
Okay.
Okay, if
So-
you have some question or something to say, suggestion?
No, we have 25 minutes.
Yeah, just to meet each other.
Please,
Thank
if
you.
you are going to the dinner, don't forget to.
Yes, Candresa, you have some of them? Perfect. Yes, please. Mm,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ah, that's another. Para, si toca sacarse, apaga.
Bueno, antes de pasar el otro. Yes.
Yeah. And you need to push this button right there just to check if this is, yeah, push it. Yeah, now it's working.
Okay. Okay. We are ready to start again? Yes?
Yeah, I think it's.
Okay, we should start to be on time. That you know this is really important here. Okay, thank you. Okay, we are starting now formally with our first speaker. She's Tanja. She's working for GeoGebra, so she's part of the GeoGebra team. And she will tell us something really interesting about GeoGebra and 3D view, the connection between them. So thank you very much to be here. And the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Cecilia, for this nice introduction. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for having me here today. So, as Cecilia already said, my name is Tanja, and we just agreed beforehand you will not pronounce my last name.
But you can do that.
Yeah, no, it's not a must. So, yeah, I'm part of the GeoGebra team for almost 7 years now. We are located over there in Science Park 5, so the headquarters of GeoGebra, and some main or some developments are happening over there. And I'm taking care of everything regarding website. So probably a lot of you know GeoGebra and know the GeoGebra website and know maybe GeoGebra Classroom. So this system to hand out resources and collect again the answers from the students. So this is something my team is working on, and I'm planning, and we're further improving. So if you also have some thoughts about that, I'm happy to hear them afterwards. Yeah, but today topic is GeoGebra 3D. What can do GeoGebra to help you in using 3D technology in school and teach the concepts. Some background music, always good. Yeah, and I'm not an expert in 3D, but I know the basic functionalities of GeoGebra, what GeoGebra can do. I will show you some things about that, and I'm also happy to hear if you already have experience in using GeoGebra 3D. So, what I wanted to start with is with the entry point to GeoGebra 3D. So, as you all might know, we have a lot of different GeoGebra apps available. The oldest one, GeoGebra Classic. Who is using Classic here? Classic 6 or any Classic? Okay, so quite a lot. Are there any ones in the room who are using the new GeoGebra 3D calculator or the calculator suite? Okay, so quite a few hands up in the air. Maybe we will make more raise in the future. So the calculator suite is our newest app, basically with the same functionality as Classic. We have graphing included, we have the 3D view included, geometry, CAS, probability, and we are currently working on the spreadsheet functionalities. So this will also be added soon. And then is the calculator suite, the new all-in-one calculator with all power of GeoGebra. And why did we do this? So why are we going away from Classic? Because of the different devices. So you have MacBooks, there are several smartphones here. You probably also have tablets, and your students do too. And of course, it would be nice if each and every student has the same experience, independent of which platform they are using. And with this new app, we can do it. With Classic, it was not possible, but with this new view, with this new user interface, it's possible. There are some slight differences to Classic, but basically the functionalities are the same. The commands are the same, all is working the same. You just have to adapt a bit to it. Where is something? Let me show you that. So how do you get there? Basically starting from the GeoGebra homepage. So in case you didn't see it, we have a new GeoGebra homepage, new style. Are you already familiar with that? Yeah, so we're also quite happy about this, making it cleaner and making more obvious what GeoGebra is, what we are offering, resources, apps, our nice classroom system, and also a nice new tool for practicing algebra, math practice. Okay, so for the calculator suite, how to open it? Just click the prominent button, Start Calculator. And then you will get to the online version of the calculator suite. There are also offline versions, so you can download it. You can, oops. I hope it's working. Okay. Nothing happened, nothing happened, all good. So if I'm going back to the homepage, you can also go here to calculators and then app downloads. And here you can also download the calculator suite. And then you will get the same experience as in the browser. And for your phones, you can go to the Play Store, to the App Store, and download it there. And then, yeah, we have the view. Basically, the starting view is always the graphing view, you know, just entering some equations, getting some sliders, interacting with it, already experiencing the power of GeoGebra. But we are interested now in 3D. So how do I get to the 3D view now? There are different possibilities. If you're working on a desktop, then you have here in the header a prominent switcher where you can choose the view you want to interact with. On mobile devices, you need to go on the main menu and select Switch Calculator. And then you get basically the same switcher. You can select it, and we are in the 3D view. And quite similar to the 3D view as in Classic. The difference lies basically here in these two different, so for the tools and for the algebra view, because in Classic you have the bar on top with the tools. Here you have to switch and you get then the tools display right next to the graphics view. And you immediately see all of the tools. So you don't have to guess, where could this special tool now be hidden? Let's go through all the boxes. Here you already see them, and they are clustered in these main topics. Yeah, getting started, you can do basic 3D geometry with it. You can do 3D graphing with it. So basically using it already from middle school up to high school and university. Just showing how easily this is working. So with these nice tools, for example, we want to create cubes. There is already a tool available. You select it, you place 2 points, and you get the cube displayed. You can rotate the 3D graphics view, explore it from each and every side. Also quite useful, the net tool, which immediately creates the net of a figure. You can also close it by dragging. So really nice interactives, which can get used in your class by your students who might have some difficulties in imagining certain things. Also quite nice in the 3D calculator or in our generally in the apps is that you don't have to work with only with the tools. You can also work with commands. And for example, if you want to create the plane through, I don't know, 3 points, we have maybe the point A, point B, and we can select another point which is not created yet. C is also available. Okay, so we have now created the plane which is on the YX plane, but if we want to change that a bit, we can just change the position of the point A to put it maybe to something like this. And then, so going back to the home, we will also change the plane a bit and like this. Exactly. So, and we also change the plane because it's related to the points we just defined. And we have this functionality now with this auto fill of the command. So if you start typing something, then we will already give you some examples of commands and you can dig deeper into it. So this is also quite a useful functionality. So next thing, which is also quite nice in the, by the way, if there are any questions, please feel free to just interrupt me. There are also for the mobile devices, there's also a quite nice functionality included in our 3D calculator. So therefore I will switch to my mobile screen here. So what we have is we have an AR button on the lower right corner of our graphics view. And yeah, so I guess AR is known in the audience here. Anybody not familiar with AR? Okay. Yeah, so basically we also included an AR functionality which uses the camera, and you can now place objects in the room. So therefore I need to detect somewhere a surface. So now I got it, and I can place the coordinate system here on the stage, for example. And now create, yeah, the objects. Create the objects. If it wants, yeah, now it's here, and so. And if I would not be clung to my to the laptop now, I could move around and explore the cube or the other construction from all sides. And quite nice. I want to show you a video for that. So if I'm going back to my presentation, you can do a lot of nice examples with modeling in augmented reality, just taking any object and ask your students, okay, try to make a model of this object with GeoGebra, use the AR functionality. And for example, here we just use a box. I mean, that's quite easy, but you could use basically any object and try to model it And on GeoGebra, so also in the presentation, you will get the presentation afterwards. There is also a link with a lot of examples, doing a lot of crazy stuff in augmented reality and yeah, modeling lamps, modeling different objects which you see in your daily life. And then you can compare the measurements of the real object, measurements of your modeled object. Why is there a difference? What could be the reason for this difference? So there are a lot of possibilities how you could use that. And again, it's a nice tool or a nice helper for students who don't have the visual understanding of 3D, who have difficulties in imagining things, but if they can really go around it, look at it from different perspectives, that could bring a lot of benefits in class. Yeah. Exactly. So you can measure everything inside GeoGebra, use a ruler, a real ruler, and then compare also directly through the camera. Is this modeled correctly, or was I a bit too lazy in finding the vertices and finding the exact points? Okay, and then 3D printing. I already received this nice printed name tag. So GeoGebra also offers the possibility to get the needed files out of a GeoGebra file. So if you create something within GeoGebra 3D, if you use now Classic, or if you already use the new calculator suite, then you have the possibility to download the file as an STL, or STF, can't read it. STL, sorry, you see I'm not a 3D printer expert. Yeah, you can download the STL file and put it into your software and then print it. So there's also a link in the presentation to several examples. These examples were made by Diego Liban, who maybe is also known in this audience and created a lot of 3D files with GeoGebra, printed a lot of things. So I also have some in my office. Yeah, there are a lot of possibilities, whether there are complicated constructions or also easier ones. So there are also possibilities with GeoGebra with that. So just showing that again. So if you are in the app and you want to get the CLF file, CFL file of this square, of this cube, just go to download as in the main menu and select the 3D print STL file. Yeah, and these are basically things that you can, how GeoGebra can get used with 3D. So I'm from Austria here, and my background is also that I'm a teacher for chemistry and mathematics. And in Austria, in the curriculum, 3D doesn't have a big role. So 3D doesn't get used so much here in Austria, but we see a lot of other usages in other countries. So I'm wondering, what's your experience with 3D in your country and in your classes, or how you use it for teaching?
not rest.
Yeah.
3D, some geometry, I don't know, middle school, something like that. But
few courses.
yeah, maybe you have in the last years some path to go to study architecture or design or something. Maybe in the last years of high school, you have some 3D or something like that in math, but not too much. I used to teach that path. And I use it a lot with 3D printers, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why I'm here, actually. But yeah, I model a lot with my students and then print. Yeah, I really like the ER now, the AR now. The function is amazing. Yeah, I don't know, some other place. We have plenty of places. I know Guillermo is an expert on that. But use this because people online, if not, are not going to hear.
So it's not really in our curriculum. We have no 3D, but what I did was like a sort of an enhancement activity. So I let the students. My work is more on functions. I let the students use functions to model a bridge. So basically, I combined what they've learned in 2D because in the curriculum there's no 3D graphing yet. So what I did was to rotate the function that they use just to create an arc and then use the other tools. And there are really interesting outputs from the students, and I didn't expect it because it's not in their curriculum. So I think if you just give them time to explore and just give them a little bit of tutorial, I think they can do a lot if they are really willing. So it's not really that it should be in the curriculum. Maybe it's some sort of a project or activity.
Thank you.
Can I, sorry, so people can hear you online.
Okay. Okay, thank you. In Portugal, you work with the solids and with manipulative materials, and they work in 3D. After that, they work with the planification of that solids, and that is in about in the kindergarten, not in kindergarten, but in the fourth grade, around that, in the fifth, in the sixth grade, and they work in from the solids 3D to the plane. And in the secondary school, they will work also with graphing some solids in 3D, but not in dynamic geometry software, but they have to know the vertices and calculate some, for example, some vectors or planes. It's more analytic geometry. They work in that sense. And Portugal, the geometry was a lot of developed in the last years. For example, 10, 15 years ago, it's not so strong, the geometry in the curriculum. And now it's a good theme. We all very good to work it.
And are you using any software or GeoGebra?
GeoGebra, yes, also GeoGebra Classroom. And before that, I work in a platform, WGL. It's a web geometry laboratory. It is with GeoGebra in that platform inside, and we work with that in a collaborative way. I will talk with you after that.
Okay, thank you.
We had here.
First. Okay.
It's okay. You work.
No.
Okay, thank you. I'm Ika from Indonesia.
Nice to
Yeah.
meet you.
We have some project with GeoGebra. Yeah. Our student, I teach in junior high school in Solo, small city in Central Java, Indonesia, and I collaboration with Mas Wahid. Yeah, we making batik stamps, with a 3D printer. Yeah, first students using GeoGebra to create 2D design. And then they're transferring design to Tinkercad. And then they print the design with 3D printer. And after that, finally, they can make the real batik. Yeah, and I think it's a very, very wonderful for my students. I think enough. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing this. Yeah, I think that it's a great opportunity to have these possibilities to start it from modeling, getting it printed, and then exploring it. So nice.
Hello, so we at the Faculty of Education at the University in Ostrava and also in Bratislava Communist University, my supervisor is here. We are preparing a future mathematics teacher and we are leading geometry courses. And first is for planimetry, but second is for stereometry, because it is in curriculum in these two countries quite important to bring students or pupils knowledges about the geometry. And we try to show our students how to teach it interesting. We are with discovering and of course using digital technologies. GeoGebra is our favorite. And during this symposium, we offer tomorrow for all of us 3 workshops, and one of them will lead my supervisor with me. And we offer some things what you could see here today. So how to combine 3D printing with AR in teaching geometry. GeoGebra, of course, GeoGebra, yeah.
Okay.
So you are invited, please.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
There's another one, yeah?
Some question here.
Sorry.
Hello, I'm Catherine. I'm from England, and Mike, of course, will have shared what we do in England. But we have very little geometry. It's just some 3D shapes, some volumes of 3D shapes, prisms, and so on. But in the PISA, do you know the PISA studies? It has come out that England is not very good for spatial visualization. So I think there is scope. But as we get more advanced, our pre-university students have to use vector geometry. And GeoGebra 3D, for me, was very good to demonstrate and also to get the students working. But it is hard to persuade teachers in England to adopt the technologies. So actually, COVID lockdowns were brilliant because we could use GeoGebra Classroom, and you know that was a great opportunity. But generally, 3D work in England is not very good. The students really struggle. So there's the opportunity, but Mike will tell you the curriculum.
Yeah, sure. No. Thanks, Catherine. Yeah.
Someone else?
So also mentioning or adding on what you just said, Catherine. So also here in Austria, it's quite difficult to get the older teachers or the teachers who are in school already for a very long time to adopt and to change the way how they are teaching. Because I also remember, and I'm not that old, but still, I remember we drew everything per hand and on the blackboard, and we didn't have any digital tools for that. And it was really hard for some to imagine that, or where does it belong now to, and also with when it comes to integrals and to rotations and all of this. And with GeoGebra, you can visualize it really in a nice way and make it understandable and graspable for students. So, and
sadly, I'm now doing teacher training, and the new teachers also don't want to use technology.
Yeah, that's a pity. So it's really on us to try it. So thanks all for this effort and for using it. And if you have any feedback, if you have any wishes, please feel free to share them with me. I'm happy to bring it back to our development team, who is taking care of the 3D calculator functionalities. Thanks.
Thank you, Tanya, for your update in GeoGebra and show us these tools. Now we have a break for the lunch. We have the Mensa restaurant next to this place. So there you can go and buy food and eat there. And then we have, yes, then we have some restaurant close, Villa Casa, for example, or you have a supermarket. It's not so far from here. So see you again. Yes, at 1:30. Thank you. Thank you. Be on time, please, because we have 6 talks, all of them together. So please be on time because we want to be really. Exactly. Thank you very much. See you soon. Sure.
So if you want to travel longer,
There is also another possibility. So if you have